2 kids named Mom and Dad. It's our relationship now, that's how we interact. They asked me for advice. 3 years ago, my parents got their first computer. My dad didn't know how to turn it on. Last week, he called me and asked how to erase his internet history. They grow up so fast, Sean.
Tonight on Laughs, we're here to give you a break from gambling and basketball to bring you the best stand-up comedy of the week. Now, here's your host, Steve Hofstetter.
Welcome to Laughs. Oh, this is the highlight reel of stand-up comedy. This is all the home runs, this is all the slam dunks. Ladies and gentlemen, let's watch Kevin McPeak.
So listen to this. I was driving in and you know what I hit for the very first time ever? Rumble strips. You know those little things that those things? I don't know who invented those things. That dude is a genius. Changed the way I drive. I used to pay attention and try not to fall asleep. I had a sandwich, I was taking a nap. I was waiting for the alarm to go off. What happened? I got to get a front end alignment. This is ridiculous. Never going to get any sleep. This is stupid. What I really need, I need rumble strips for my life. You know what I mean? Like you're about to walk into like a Paris Hilton movie or something. Get to that front door. Wow. I almost went in there. Did you see that?
I'm Asian. I'm very happy to be Asian, even more so now than ever because I think Asians are very popular, especially girls. Like for Asian girls, guys love Asian girls, all right? Check your web browser. All right. Everyone loves an Asian girl, whether you want to sleep with one or adopt one, you want one. Or both if your name is Woody Allen. Don't groan, people. That's beautiful because you're tapping that saying, who's your daddy? And you got the paperwork right there, all right? I'm very happy to be Asian, even more so now than ever, because I'm starting to see more Asians in professional sports, more Asians in sports. And I mean the real sports, the legitimate sports. I'm not talking about ping pong or Pai-Gow poker or aggressive cello playing or really hard Sudoku problems or competitive hot dog eating. I'm talking about the real sports, the legitimate sports. And I think that's great, because before, if I wanted to cheer for Asians in sports, the only people I had was Michelle Kwan and half of Tiger Woods. That's it. Tiger, let's talk about him. I don't know which half of Tiger made him want to cheat, but I think we can all agree which half drove into the tree, all right?
I'm a teacher. I got laid off, though. Thank you for your sympathy. But actually, it ended up working out for the best for me, because I was able to find my real, true calling. After all the years in school and the talks with my parents, I have finally found the job that I have been searching for: unemployment. So I just want to say to all you hardworking taxpayers out there, on behalf of everybody on unemployment, thank you. Yes. Lunch today was delicious. You know, you are the real MVP. Okay? And I know it's late tonight, you guys have been drinking and everything, but I'm gonna need you to go to work tomorrow. Each and every one of you, okay? You have responsibilities. You know, we both cannot be at home tomorrow, okay?
Young as Hell with Taylor Tomlinson.
I grew up in a very sheltered household. Like, we were not allowed to watch PG-13 movies, couldn't wear tank tops, couldn't drink soda, because caffeine is a gateway drug, as we all know. No, but I'm glad I was raised that way. My parents encouraged me to abstain from drugs and alcohol and sex and enjoyment. Really took all that to heart. People don't realize how tough it is either, because like growing up an abstinent teenage girl, like much tougher than being promiscuous or whatever in high school. Because think about it, promiscuous girl misses her time of the month. She thinks, oh no, I'm pregnant. I missed my time of the month. I think, oh no, I'm carrying the Messiah. That's a lot of pressure. I don't know any carpenters, okay? Who's signing that check? I did that joke for someone earlier this week, and they're like, ooh, Taylor, maybe you shouldn't do that. That just makes you sound a little bitter. That's a little harsh, don't you think? And my first reaction was, shut up, Grandma. You don't know anything about comedy.
It's time for the Vine of the Week. If we had a Vine tournament, this would be the winner.
Dave, I heard this place is haunted.
My dad, he lives in Minnesota. He's got another kid. I have a 3-year-old sister. So when I take her out, people assume she's my kid, which is weird because they're always like, oh, it's such a shame to have a baby so young. Who's the father? I'm like, I don't know, my dad? They stop asking questions after that. He wants to send her to a private school, which I think is stupid. I was like, Dad, I went to public school. I'm perfect. I'm just like everybody else in America. Mildly depressed with a fake gluten allergy. I'm doing great. But he thinks that public schools teach that America is a racist country, and I'm like, Dad, it is. I don't know where you've been. But I'd like to be in the classroom where the teacher's explaining racism to 5-year-olds, and she's like, all right, kids, today we're gonna learn about the colors using our 64 crayon Crayola box. Now that's yellow, that's the color of the sun, and that's blue, that's the color of the sky, and that's black, that's the color of oppression. And you see how the black crayon's all tiny and nubby because it's been used over and over and over again by all their crayons, and then you try to dig down deep in the box to get it, but you can't because it's held down by crack cocaine within its community. Then you're like, oh, I use the white crayon, it's perfect, it's pristine. Then you realize it's the worst crayon in the box, came and marked on the paper. So you're still trying to dig down deep again. They're just like, screw it, I'll use the brown crayon, does the same job, but for cheaper.
Tired of all that March Madness on your Facebook page? Like us at facebook.com/LaughsTVShow. Though there'll probably be some basketball talk on there too. I'm just being honest.
March Madness? Psh, more like March Sadness. Am I right, ladies? I'll let myself out.
I was hanging out with my friend, he has a 3-year-old kid, and at one point the kid called me fat. And look, I know I shouldn't care. He's 3, right? What do I care? I've had sex with like 4 more girls than he has, right? I got nothing to prove. But I couldn't help getting mad because I knew he meant it. You know what I mean? Because your friend calls you fat, you can always assume they're joking. But if a 3-year-old kid's like, you're fat, you can't be like, I'm sure he doesn't mean it. Of course he means it. He's 3. He's not at the stage of development to say something he doesn't mean. He's actually at the worst stage to call someone fat because he's literally at the stage where he's just identifying objects around him. He's just like, that's a table, that's a lamp, and that's a fat guy. Boom. Now, not only are you being called fat, you're helping him define what a fat person is in his mental dictionary. You're being humiliated and educational at the same time. Speaking of humiliation, I recently got a physical exam at the doctor's. I love going to the doctor because they just tell you you're fat like you don't know. Like it's a tumor they detected. He sat me down, he was like, you have high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and you know you're pretty overweight. I'm like, really? That showed up on some tests. No, I thought it was completely normal for a 30-year-old to get wheezy while bowling on Nintendo Wii in a dream.
Pretend you're in North Korea and don't change the channel. Ever. It's Laughs. Don't like us? Write your negative reviews at friendster.com/LaughsTV.
And now, Mad as Hell with Tom Simon.
You guys, I'm worried about the world, all right? I have a little boy. People are already telling me you need to start saving for his college. Like 5 years ago, it's 30 grand a year minimum. Well, then he's going to be home colleged. All right, yeah. The North Carolina School of Home College. I used to not worry about things like money, like national debt. I'd be like, we owe trillions of dollars? Really? To who? Ourselves? Okay. Well, if I owe myself $100, well, you know what? We good. I'm gonna let that slide. But we don't owe that money to ourselves. We owe that money to the Federal Reserve Bank, which is a weird thing. The Fed, it's actually a for-profit private company. Isn't that weird to think that there's people out there like Oprah and Bill Gates that have earned a lot of money, and then there's these people that own the Federal Reserve Bank. They actually own the money. Like, what? What a great business model you developed. That's your product? You own money? Yeah? We just make it up out of nothing, and then we sell it to you at interest. Wow, that sounds very profitable. Can I do that? No. If you do it, it's counterfeiting or Bitcoin. I don't trust it. The very name Federal Reserve was a deception to make us think it's part of our government. It's worked. The people that are on the money were against the Federal Reserve System. Jefferson was against it. Jackson was against it. Lincoln was against it. Franklin was against it. Sacagawea, you know, she was probably against it. Yeah. They were vehemently against it, and they're on the money. That's an insult to their legacies. That's like putting Mother Teresa's face on condoms and passing them out of Planned Parenthood. Yeah. Get your Mother Teresa condom. I died a virgin, so you don't have to.
Be sure to like us on Twitter at Laughs TV Show. Oh, I forgot this isn't a basketball court. And I also suck at basketball.
I never had good luck dating, man. The last girl I dated, she was real crazy. I don't know if you ever dated a crazy person. That's the worst, like, because crazy people just say stupid stuff. Like, she broke up with me. She told me she didn't want to date me anymore because I wasn't creative in my pursuit of her. Which I don't know what the hell that means. I don't know what that means. Because that's not something normal people say, you know? That's something a serial killer would say to, like, the police if they had trouble catching them. Like, the SWAT team busting the house, all of a sudden the phone ring. Looks like you missed me again. You'd probably catch me if you were more creative in your pursuit of me.
It's time for the return of one of our fan favorites. A winner of the prestigious American Comedy Awards for the Best Female Stand-Up Comic. It's Etta May.
So the heck with you, girls. I ain't gonna diet no more. Who's with me? Yay! I ain't gonna diet no more. Here's my new plan. I'm just gonna go get fatter friends. That is genius, isn't it? Because think about it that way, when I go out to party, I still feel good about myself, you know. It's like, well, I ain't no size 2, but at least I'm not Janice. Look at all the women in the groups going. Oh, hell, I'm Janice.
I live with a white woman. She's who I date. I don't date her because she's white. I date her because she's wonderful. But people still seem to have an issue understanding that. People see us, and they have these feelings, they have these reactions, and my girlfriend is like, babe, you need to say something. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to do that because that's a lose-lose situation. If I say something and I yell, they're just going to be like, I knew they were aggressive. So I don't say anything, but if I did, it would probably be, hi, I know, us, crazy. Here's the thing. If you keep looking at us, I'm just gonna get her super pregnant. Yeah, I will. That'll be one more for us and one less for you. Now, is that what you want?
You have 3 minutes and 1 second to use Tinder. Go find love. Then we're back. It's Laughs. Welcome back to the #1 rated show on TV. Go with it.
It's time for some Reese Leonard.
My girlfriend got offended recently that I wanted to go to the strip club with some of my friends. But she said if I stayed home that she would strip for me, which was nice. But my friends felt awkward. It was my first time living with a chick. I didn't know that you still had to pretend like you missed each other. Not prepared for that one. She would come like, hey, did you miss me? You went to the bathroom. I missed my personal space.
White Men Can't Jump, Hoop Dreams, Space Jam. I've only seen one of those, and none of them are at our YouTube channel at youtube.com/LaughsTVShow. You will find stand-up clips and funny episodes, so there's that.
It's suddenly become okay to make fun of fat people. I couldn't figure it out, but you know what it is? It's a PR problem. And you know who got it figured out? Black people. You know how black people are cool? Oh my God. Did I walk into a meeting I'm not aware of here? Holy crap. Black people got it figured out. I'm telling you, they got their own music, they have hip hop, they have their own clothing style, they even have words no one else can say. That's what fat people need. So from now on, fat people are gonna start calling each other Bigger. What's up, Bigger? What's up, my Bigger? Or is it Big Is it Big probably?
So then, there's this. A Georgia woman stripped naked at a Waffle House and went on a rampage. She was throwing plates, screaming. She even punched a woman in the face, breaking her nose. She was scattered, smothered, and uncovered. As the police dragged Jennifer Nicholson out of the restaurant, she realized she hit rock bottom and she asked for an application. One witness said, "I got a pecan waffle and a peek at her nipples." Trust me when I say a smart man wouldn't put either of those in his mouth. The report didn't mention whether Nicholson was on meth, but it also didn't say she spends what little money she has on cigarettes and scratch-off tickets. Sometimes you just know. Now, I'm sure Jennifer's family is humiliated, although she is a lock for best story ever told in an AA meeting. This woman was charged with indecent exposure and assault for scratching an officer during the struggle. The assault charge just happens to be the first thing ever made from scratch at a Waffle House. At least in jail, she'll be able to get better meals. Stories like this will not deter me from eating at the Waffle House. I love the House of Waffle, and if one of them goes bad like this, well, I'll just drive to the next exit. She had a Patty meltdown.
Any other gay people here tonight? Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. You've been very tolerant so far. I don't want to be a jerk, but statistically speaking, bunch of liars here tonight. I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, gay. 1. And the rest of you are bi. I think that's how the math checks out.
Well, some people think information is the same thing as intelligence. It's not the same thing, right? Some people they think like you know a lot of stuff. Oh, I think I can name every member of the House of Representatives. It's like, all right, I can name like every dude in the NBA. Like, it doesn't mean anything, dude. Right? You ever be talking to somebody before? They're like, oh, you don't know the capital of Germany? It's like, no, that's because I don't give a about it. Like, I didn't like misunderstand something, you know. You didn't present a concept and I didn't get it, you know. It has nothing to do with my brain. It's just priorities, you know. Like, if you tell it to me, I'll know it, and then I'll forget it in a few more weeks. I won't know it anymore, you know. Right? That's why I hate that show. Like, are you smarter than a book? Oh, are you smarter than a book bear? Yeah, I am, but I'm gonna lose because I didn't have a social studies test yesterday.
There's nothing else on TV right now. Trust us. Don't change the channel. It's Laughs. For your viewing pleasure, more Laughs.
Hi, I'm Emily. And this is Igor, and we're from the kids' table. What are you doing?
I'm reading Don Quixote.
Well, we have a sketch to introduce.
Yes, but Emily, I mean, we're all on a windmill, don't you understand? And every time the wind picks up, our lives pick up. I mean,
Is the wind gonna pay you?
The wind's never paid me once. What am I thinking? Guys, here's the sketch of the week.
I can't believe I'm at Carly Simpson's house. Is this the night that I finally break from the friend zone?
Dumped again. Why can't I pick a nice guy like you?
Oh my god, oh my god. Just play it cool. I don't know.
Hey, why are you still single? You must be too nice. Girls can be just as stupid as boys, I guess. Hey, I've got an idea. If we're both still single when we're 35, let's just promise we'll marry each other.
She asking me to marry her? No, idiot. That's just something girls say to be cute. Well, you gotta say something, but don't sound too eager. I promise. Too eager.
Our children would be beautiful. I hope they get your eyes.
She wants to have your kids. No, that was just a compliment, which means you have to return the compliment. But what was the compliment exactly? She was saying your eyes are your best feature. Quick, what's her best feature?
I hope they have your
That's been our show. Thanks for watching Les, everybody. Have a good night.